Hi guys. Well, what you're looking at here is my 1987 Rat pedal I've had for some time. It's great. I love it. It's my favorite dirt box that goes solid stuff, and I always inevitably wind up coming back to this. What I found on eBay, I got a pretty good price for it, is this. This is 1985 Rat that some idiot decided to paint. So we lost the logo across the front there. I tried to scrape off a little bit of paint, but this is no way. If you get it in the right light, you can just make out where it says Rat underneath the paint, where the Rat logo is. And it's got Proco Sound ink on it, which dates it a bit earlier. Here's the innards. You can see probably the same idiot has spliced this not once but twice, so that's got to come off and be replaced, which I'll do shortly. It's an 85. You can make that out. Try and get it in there where you can see it on the maybe this side's better, on the pot code 8509. So it's an 85 9th month, which is what, September. That's when that pot was made, so you assume the pedal is made shortly after that. There's the chip, the coveted LM308 chunk of plastic. It's worth about $3. People pay a lot more for it. That's that right there. So I'm going to change out this monstrosity, put on something a little better, and plug it in. And what we'll do is we'll take this and we'll compare it to this and see what the difference is. That'll be interesting. All right, stand by. Okay, we're ready to go. I've got the knobs off it already, and we're going to be removing this piece of junk and putting on this nice fresh new one. So what we got to do is just undo the bolts, or the nuts I mean. I like to use a socket when I can because it's tidier and you're less likely to scrape the scratch the piece of thing you're working on, although in this case it wouldn't matter. But just imagine you're putting the pots on your guitar, brand new, shiny new Strat or Les Paul, and the pair of pliers slip, scratches the shit out of it. You wouldn't like that, so I keep one of these handy. This is a 1/2 inch, I believe. Yeah, 1/2 inch, which is standard for most of these things. Good to have around. This one here, of course, being a ring, is a little different. I don't have a proper tool for that, so I'm going to have to use the pliers. Begin with. That's good. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Now we do these. They're already loose. This is loose. There we go. Okay, and we keep the parts separated. It's a little bit off camera here, but I'm keeping them where they were, just lining them up in the position that they came off of the pedal, so that they go on the same one. It doesn't matter, I don't suppose, but I like to do it that way. Okay, and this here. There we go. Everything just pops right out. We got washers inside too. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. Now I can get at it. So we now will, where's my clippers, remove these little zip ties. I have other zip ties that I'll replace them with, same kind, little ones, and that will keep all these wires tidy. Come on. There. Okay, there's that one. And we have another one right here. Okay, that goes out of the way. Now we have this. And one wire, the red wire, goes to the jack, and the black wire goes to the plug. So what we're going to do is take that aside, take the thingy, and where's my little extra helping hand? Around here somewhere. Here it is. And what we're going to do is we're just going to strip these wires and tin them. Just gently with a knife, pull that off. Same thing. Gently, you take out about a 1/4 inch of wire or of shielding and twist them up nicely. Twist this one up nicely. There. Then take our little helping hand. There we go. And our solder, 60-40 solder. Oops, pull the lid off it. Our soldering iron. Now what we do is we simply tin them. Tinning is only coating the item in question with a little bit of solder. And what that does is it makes soldering easier, because now when you solder the wire to the terminal will be tinned as well. You're soldering solder to solder and not metal to metal. It makes it so much quicker and easier and tidier. So just get that out of the way. And we come back here. So as we noted, the red wire goes to the jack and the black wire goes to the input jack. And that's the 9-volt adapter jack. So we're going to unsolder this one. There we go. Got that one off. And then we do the same here, red. There. Okay, here's the old one. And we take our new one. The burr. And the new one. Okay, so we see we have our nicely tinned lead. It's a bit long. I make it like that on purpose so I can nip a little bit back. I'll do the same thing here. Just take the end off it. There. You don't need quite that much. And we will go. That's set. And we take the other one and do the same thing. That's set. And there you go. Job's complete. Much nice, neat thingy. And now what I will do is tired of my toolbox for a second. I'm going to do these little zip ties and we'll tie everything off again. But first I will put the body back together so that way I don't tie off anything too short. Okay, so this one was on. Oops, that's not the one. There we go. That's why I kept them separate. Back on. Never understand why the guy painted over that. I mean, yeah, I know the pedal's a bit beat up looking and rusty and everything, but so what? You know, it's a vintage pedal. It sounds great. Okay. Now we will put these back in place. Oops, hang on. Forgot my things here. There we go. Just put them on loosely so it keeps all the washers and everything together. So the guy's fighting with me for a bit. There we go. Put that on. So the 9 volts is a positive center jack. Yeah, you have to keep that in mind if you use a external power source. Negative center wouldn't work when you damage the pedal, so you got to make sure you use the right adapter. It is possible to retrofit them with a negative center, like a Boss style barrel adapter. But I made an adapter for that my Boss pedal plugs into, and then the wire goes into here. So that's what I do. Okay. Make sure these are squared off nicely. Okay. Let's run back to the pliers again. And then I'll put this back on. Okay, so now what we're going to do is zip tie all this stuff again, making sure that we leave enough room for the 1/4 inch jack to go through and not interfere with the wires. So this black wire, we kind of put an arch in. Do the same with the other side. And we take our zip and bring it through. Pull it tight and nip it off. We'll put another one just about here. And keep everything tidy and neat. There. Boy, whoever invented these zip ties deserves a medal. There. Okay, and we're good to go. We got our new jack cord in place, and ready to rock. Okay, let's put the base back on and try it out. Okay, well, here it is, all back together. There's the new lead, all tidy and neat and everything. But I had it all covered up and everything. I plugged it in just to check it, and when it was switched off and bypass, worked fine. Switch it on, nothing. So I'm thinking, what the hell? So I looked, and everything looked okay. I didn't see any terminals touching anything, so I got to thinking, well, maybe this is wired backwards, you know? Maybe the red positive is on the negative and negative is on the positive or something. So, okay, I open it up, and I changed the two wires around, took one red one from here, to black one from there, and swapped and put it back together, same. Nothing. So, I'm thinking, well, I didn't do anything. All I did was change that wire. I didn't take anything else apart. And I sat back, I took a breath, and I thought about it. And then I realized that when I put these two jacks back in, I had them the other way around. The input was the output, and the output was the input. And I realized that by looking at the input jack. The input jack always has 3 wires because it acts as a switch for the pedal. The output just has 2. So I realized what I'd done, so I switched it up and I put this wire back on the other way again, and now it works fine. So just food for thought, you know, when you put it back together, pay attention. Don't just slam it back together and think it's all good. So anyway, no harm done. So anyway, I'll put it back on, and we'll try it out. Okay, we're all set to go here. Got 2 rats. This is the 85 and this is the 88. I said earlier 87. Sorry, this is an 88 rat. And here's your clean signal. So we'll start with the 88. Everything's at noon. To the 85. Okay, go back to the 88. This time we'll bring the distortion up about 3/4 of the way. Quite a bit darker sounding. Same again. Okay, we'll go full bore here. Back to the 88. Back to 85. Back off the filter a bit, bring up some treble. So that's the distortion all the way up and the filter all the way down on the 85. Do the same here. There we go, turn up the guitar. There you have it. I think the 85 is a tad brighter when you got the filter turned down. Just for kicks. there it is. I'm using a Fender Blues Deluxe and a Stratocaster, single coil Strat. Everything on the amp was set at noon, except for the reverb. We got a little bit of reverb on it. And there you go. Alright, thanks for watching.